This video is comprised of clips I took of my drive to work on my last day. I just started a big life transition. 2 weeks ago, I left my previous job in the Quad Cities and moved 6 hours away to start a new career in a new city. I'd worked at my old job for almost 5 years. All of my friends in the Quad Cities I had met through that job. My coworkers were some of my best friends there. Leaving that job was one of the hardest things I have had to do thus far. As much as I don't miss driving the almost 45 minutes to work every morning, I do miss getting to watch the sunrise during that drive and driving through the beautiful countryside. It never did hit me on the last day that it was the last time that I would work with those people and see those faces every day. I knew or at least recognized almost everyone that I worked with and said good morning or hi to everyone I passed. I miss that. It's weird to think that when I moved down to the Quad Cities, that place was not my home. It was 6 hours from the place I did consider to be home at the time. By the time I drove away from my house in the Quad Cities 5 years later, that city had become my home. I have now moved to my husband's hometown, which is a small town in Minnesota. On the plus side, I'm closer to my parents, 2 hours away instead of 6, but I do still miss the Quad Cities. It's funny to think about how a person's definition of home changes throughout their lifetime. I know some people that were born and raised in one place and live there their entire lives. That is the only place they call home. While that is great, I think having a few different places that you can consider home makes you appreciate the concept of home more and gives you a deeper meaning to it. The Twin Cities in Minnesota will always be home to me in some ways because I was born and raised there in the same house that my parents still live in. I guess that's why they call it your hometown. It will always be at least partially home to you. Everyone has a different concept of home and what it means to them. For me, a place is home when I miss it when I'm gone for a while. Thinking of things that way has made me realize what makes it home for me in the first place. The Twin Cities is home because of the nostalgia of growing up there and because of my family and friends there. The Quad Cities was home because of the people there that made it home for me. Those people made me comfortable there and are the same reason I miss that place now that I'm gone. It isn't the house that I miss, it's the people. I'm looking forward to someday calling this place home, but things like that just take a little time.